You know the songs, but the real question is, do you know her? Behind the one of soul music's most smoothest harmonies was a voice few people have ever learned the name of, but everyone felt it. This woman wasn't just a member of the 3 Degrees, she was the foundation. From chart-topping hits to international fame to sudden exits, industry silence, and a legacy almost forgotten. This is the story of a woman whose voice helped define the era, and why her name deserves to be remembered. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Fayette Pinkney. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more content. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born on January 10th, 1948 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a city rich with gospel, doo-wop, and soul traditions. Like many great singers of her era, her musical foundation was built in church, where harmony was everything. From a very early age, she displayed a natural ear for blended voices. She never overpowered a song, she completed it. This instinct for balance and tone later became one of her defining strengths. Philadelphia in the early 60s was a proving ground for vocal groups, and she proved she was ready. The original lineup of the 3 Degrees came together in the early 60s, with Pinkney as a founding member. She was one of 3 young teenagers who was brought together by manager Richard Barrett in 1963. At this stage, the group was raw, ambitious, and hungry, far from the polished image that they would later be known for. Her voice helped shape the group's early sound, which was smooth, emotional, and rooted in classic soul harmony. Long before international fame, the 3 Degrees was refining their blend in studios, talent shows, and live performances. They were simply building an identity. As a founding member of the 3 Degrees, she was part of the group's prominent years with Roulette and Philadelphia International Records. She sang on many of their greatest hits, including When Will I See You Again? And Take Good Care of Yourself. I just think about the good times. She also reached the top of the pop charts as a featured vocalist for the MFSB single TSOP. Despite the group's amazing talent, success didn't come easy. The early years was marked by lineup changes, limited promotion, and the harsh realities of the music industry, especially for young black women. Pinkney remained a steady presence during these formative years. She contributed to recordings and performances that laid down the groundwork for what the 3 Degrees will later become. But behind the scenes, creative decisions and business pressures was beginning to reshape the group. As the group moved towards mainstream success, changes followed, and Pinkney's journey with the group came to an end before their biggest commercial breakthrough. When the group later found international fame, many fans never realized that one of its founding voices was no longer there, or how crucial she had been in shaping the group's early sound. She departed the group in 1976. She then traveled to London in January of 1979 to record her only solo studio album, titled 1 Degree. This album was completed in just 2 weeks. In my personal opinion, The album was great, but her solo career didn't really take off. But if you ask me, I believe she is one of soul music's biggest what ifs. After leaving the group, she stepped away from the spotlight. Unlike many artists who chase reinvention, she chose a quieter life, one that was centered on stability, family, and personal fulfillment. But stepping away didn't erase her contributions. Her voice lived on in the DNA of the 3 Degrees, and every harmony, every smooth transition, and every elegant vocal blend that followed. She later worked as a counselor and a vocal coach, and in addition to singing with her church choir, she also traveled with a gospel group. In 1994, she gave birth to her only daughter, who sadly passed away 2 days later due to sudden infant death syndrome. On June 27, 2009, she sadly passed away from an acute respiratory failure following a short and sudden illness at the age of 61. In recent years, soul historians and dedicated fans have begun revisiting the early history of the 3 Degrees, and what came was a renewed recognition for Fayette Pinkney. Her story represents the overlooked founding member, the voice behind the foundation, and the reality of how music history often favors fame over origins. She reminds us that not every legend stands in the spotlight. Some stands in the beginning. Her voice helped shape the sound that traveled the world. Her harmonies became part of soul music fabric. And her legacy lives quietly but powerfully in the music itself. My question for you all, what is your favorite song by the 3 Degrees? Also, what is your opinion on why her solo career failed? Before I go, I want to take a second to promote my Discord. Over here, I provide a safe space for my supporters. We discuss music of all genres. You can provide me feedback on recent uploads, etc. If that interests you, then go ahead and check me out. The link is in my bio. While I have y'all here, if you would like to support the channel further, then feel free to become a member. By doing so, you help make these videos possible. I thank each and every one of you who supported me along this journey.